to guide you. You will be able to meet with this being who is here.
I'm standing in a desert and there's a building in front of me. It's closed off and locked and there's no signs or anything. I don't see any beings.
Let's wait. And you can also make your intention to allow someone. We can invite this being. It can be energetic being.
There's a gray standing to the side of the building.
What does he look like?
He just looks like a normal gray. He has like a white spacesuit on.
How tall is he?
About 4 feet.
Okay. And he's making you understand anything?
He says there's a limited amount he can show us because it's not time yet.
Oh, all right, it's fine.
He says he can take me into one building.
Very good. And try to describe. You're on the way.
We're going down a long, dark corridor. It's like a very long hallway. It's winding. We've entered a large room.
Yes.
And there's a kind of like a glass fixture and there's a craft inside of it.
Is a glass what?
A glass, almost kind of like display case.
Oh, okay. How big is it?
It's about the size of this room.
Oh, okay. What's inside?
A craft. He says it's one of the crafts that crashed they're working on here.
Okay. So it's not a very big craft.
It's fairly small.
And you can see the craft inside?
Yes. It's just silver and smooth and kind of just like a flying saucer shape, round, and he says to keep following him.
So they're fixing it.
It's a craft that the government has in their possession that is trying to reverse engineer it.
So how is the relationship between them and the government? You can ask him telepathically.
He says they have an agreement, but he can't divulge all of the details of the agreement.
Okay. So they are aware?
Yes, certain members, not everybody in the government, but...
I see. So this Gray, he has a name?
He says you can call him Sharon.
Sharon. And ask him if he knows the one that is in this office sometimes.
He says he has telepathic communication with all Greys who are on Earth at this time.
Okay. So what is he's responsible for?
He's supervising the hybrids. They report back to him with the information that they collect.
So he knows the one that I met on the street. And maybe his name is Up to. I'm not too sure.
He says he knows all the hybrids.
Oh, okay.
He says everything is going according to plan. The hybrids will continue to collect information and assimilate and adjust to being able to live on Earth. At the end of 2026, we'll have a major contact event.
And so can you ask him, well, we don't need to know all the details, but what is going to be like?
He says he can't give more information on the event itself, but more people will become aware of their presence. And in 2027, the hybrids should be living more openly on Earth. Their existence will be known to the public.
And so how many will be total?
They'll be starting with about 250. More will come throughout the years, but that's the number that we're working with right now.
So if they are already here, let's say I heard maybe 350 or I'm not sure, a few hundred already on Earth. So at the end of 2026, when that happens, so they are going to get together, they will be in a ship or what? I don't understand.
Their existence will be known to the public, so you'll be having open physical contact with them.
And the Greys will be, they will show up as well?
Correct.
What else is going to show it?
He's showing me a room. He's saying I can't enter it. He's saying physically the vibrations, I won't be able to handle it. But he says this is where the hybrids come back and charge.
So the pods?
Yes, I can see a lot of little individual.
So it's like a transparent?
They look almost like coffins that they go and lay in.
So you cannot see through.
No.
And how big is each pot?
About the size of a coffin.
Oh, okay. So how do they get charged? The coffin itself has energy?
It's a device really that draws in energy for them and just channels it through their bodies.
So they stay there for how long? How many hours they need that? Just a nighttime?
The longer they charge, the longer they can be away from it.
Okay. So this is the question, that when they are on the street the other day, so I saw him, but according to him, that he doesn't, not many people can see him, and he cannot see them either. Is that the case?
Whether or not he can see them depends on the vibration of the person. So he can see higher vibrational individuals, but a lot of humanity is vibrating at a lower state. So if he wanted to see them, he would have to lower his own vibration to be able to see them. That's how the Greys at times, when they want to see human beings, they have to lower their vibration.
So what's the difference between the hybrids and the Greys?
The hybrids are more densely embodied. They have more physical bodies. They have more physical needs than the Greys do. More energetic needs from physical reality. They also have emotions that the Greys do not have.
What kind of emotions?
The ability to feel joy and pain.
But they don't think. They don't have mind.
Not in the same way that humans do, but they do think. They have thoughts. They communicate telepathically. They don't have the same ego that humans have. So they have a higher consciousness than human beings do. But they have more emotional intelligence than the Greys are very void of emotion completely.
So the hybrids, they can reproduce?
Yes, the hybrids can reproduce.
So they, like the male and female, they can have children?
Yes, but it's not the same process that humans use. They blend themselves energetically and they can produce new offspring.
So you said 2026 will be, the first will be a few hundreds.
Correct.
But this few hundreds is all over the world, not just in the United States.
Correct.
But according to this this hybrid, he said that there are 4 right now in this area.
Correct.
So let's say New York City is important for them to stay.
Yeah, it's one of the major cities in the world. The deal that we have is explicitly with the United States.
So more great hybrids will be in this country.
Correct.
So they talk right now?
The hybrids?
Yeah.
Yes.
They can speak English.
They would have a difficult time communicating directly with a human, but they're learning to be able to speak in terms that you would understand. That's part of why they're here.
Why do they have a difficult time?
They're used to speaking telepathically, so that's how we communicate with each other. So in order for them to communicate with you, they have to, in English rather than telepathically, they have to learn verbal communication.
So I was just going to ask something else. They can, let's say, the hybrids vanish, like in front of us, if they want to?
Yes, they have those capabilities.
To teleport?
Correct. Or just change their vibration to a point you would you'll be able to perceive them.
So we cannot see them or touch them?
Yes.
And let's see. So anything else you can show to Kim? Or just explain to me? It seems that this is such a mysterious place. This is most the thing that, are happening here?
This is the most important thing that's happening here. It's all been building up to the hybrid project. Your people are also we're helping them with the technology so that you can develop a device that will give you free and clean energy, which you are desperately going to need in the coming years in order to sustain the climate on Earth. So this is part of the exchange. You agreed to let us make the hybrid children, and we agreed to give you our technology advances so that you can create clean and free energy.
That's the main goal.
We are trying to help you avoid major planetary disaster.
Natural disaster?
Human-caused disasters from the climate change and the pollution and
No.
the way you've destroyed the Earth.
How about other things? I said the nuclear.
Yes, we had to help you avoid nuclear disaster. We've interfered, or we've influenced multiple times to stop nuclear warheads from being detonated. You were going to destroy yourselves completely, so that was also part of the agreement.
So this agreement was made let's say when was made?
In the 1930s.
Oh, wow. It's like 100 years ago.
Almost, yes.
Wow. So the odds were, they are all, how to say, because of the grays are needs to take our genetics to make hybrids.
They were making the hybrids, but also they were making updates to the people themselves, implants, upgrades to DNA that will help expand the consciousness and raise the vibration.
See, so also the adoption can be when they insert the implants.
Correct.
So just want to ask, my implant, when was inserted?
1989.
And so when I was sleeping?
Yes.
So I did not, I went to the craft or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I went there. So how does that work? It's like my energetic body? Or I went there.
You went there, we took you there physically, you just don't remember.
I'm thinking what happened that year. Someone like me, I did not become awakened right away.
Everything happens in perfect timing. You became awakened when you were supposed to become awakened. It was necessary for you to go through other things first.
But if I have this implant, so can I say that I have been always, like I have been monitored?
Yes.
So how many, again, are on Earth have implants?
About 100,000.
And so some people have multiple, not just one place.
Yes.
And why that's necessary?
Different functions. Some of them are there to raise the vibration. Some of them are there as communication devices. Some of them are there as monitoring devices.
So is this also part of the soul plan?
Correct.
So sometimes I see there entities in this office when I'm doing the session. I know this is just something I want to ask you, but that is also being monitored.
We're not necessarily interested in every entity that comes in here, but if they're related to us, then yes, we monitor that.
All right. Is there anything else you want to let me know, or tell the humanity?
Keep working on raising your vibration. For us to meet in 2026, humanity has to reach a certain level of consciousness. So this work is important to continue to help people raise their vibration.
Very good. And I appreciate your assistance and this communication. Thank you, Sharon.
You're welcome.
All right. So now I want Kim's consciousness to be back with me right now. And I just want to ask something to your higher self. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. On a count of 3, I will be speaking with Kim's higher self. 1, going deeper and deeper. 2, and almost there. And 3. Yes, I'm at Kim's higher self.
This is she.
Okay, very good. So I just want to ask, I had a session yesterday, 2 days ago. It seems there's a being that he fell from a ship, but he needs some energy to be back to his ship. And it seems he's going to take some energy from when Kim are in the ceremony, the eye ceremony. Is this okay? What do you see?
I'm not sensing that'll be a problem.
Okay. So this being will take some energy from this.
He'll feed off the energy that's created in the room during the ceremony.
And it's harmless.
Yeah, it should be fine.
And can you see who this being is?
It's just an outline of a tall energetic, it's like a humanoid figure.
Yeah.
He's not here to cause harm.
Yeah. Really happened to him.
He's communicating to me that he fell off of his ship somehow and doesn't have enough energy at the moment to get back to it.
I see. And this is far away from us?
Far enough that he needs help getting back.